Hello everyone, I am Sadaf. Welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to take a quick tour of main features of Photoshop interface. If you have never used Photoshop before, its interface can be a bit intimidating at first. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how Photoshop interface is laid out so that you can become comfortable with your work area. Let's begin. This is what Photoshop interface looks like once we have opened an image. The first interface element to get familiar with is the document window, which is this large area in the center of screen. The document window is where you work on your images or graphics. At the top of document window is the Documents tab. This tab displays information about image like its name, file type, current zoom level, etc. As you can see, in my case, the name of image is showing spring wallpaper, the file type is JPEG, zoom level is 66.7%. Now, if you look at the bottom left of document window, there's more information displayed about the image. The current zoom level, and to the right of it is the status bar. By default, the status bar displays the color profile of image. In my case, it's RGB. If you click and hold on the status bar, you can view additional information about the image like its width, height, color information, and resolution. You can also change the type of information that the status bar displays. To do that, click on the arrow on the right of the status bar to open a menu where you can choose to view different details like document sizes, dimensions, etc. The next important interface element of Photoshop is the Tools panel, which is located to the left of document window. It is this vertical bar here. This is where you will select whatever tool you want to use to edit your image or create your graphics. We have tools for making selections, for cropping and retouching images, for painting, adding text or shapes to our documents, and more. If you want to find out what each of these tools does, you can just hover over its icon and it will show you the name of tool along with a short video showing the tool in action. If you want to select or use any tool, just click on it. For example, this one lets me add text to my document or image. Photoshop includes lots of tools. In fact, there are many more tools than what we see here. If you click and hold this little triangle on the bottom right of each tool, it will bring out a flyout menu showing more related tools, which we can use by just selecting them. For example, if I click on this text tool, we see a couple of options popped up related to text tool. So if I want to type in vertical style instead of horizontal, I choose this vertical text option. Now, each of these tools have several options which bring us to the next major interface element of Photoshop, and it's called the Options bar. Options bar is located at the top of the screen just above the document window. The important thing about the Options bar is that it displays options for whichever tool we have selected in the Tools bar. For example, right now, since I have selected Text tool, therefore the Options bar is showing options for text, like font style, font size, alignment, or color of text. But notice as I select a different tool from the Tools bar, for example, this Shapes tool, these options on the top will now change for the Shapes tool. Next up is the menu bar located at the very top of the screen. The menu bar is where we find various options and commands all grouped into categories. The File menu, for example, holds options for opening, saving, and closing documents. Under Image menu, you can adjust things like contrast, color, and size of the image you're working on. The Layer menu lists options for working with layers, and so on. Okay, moving on to the next interface element of Photoshop called Panels. Panels are located over to the right of document window. They help us manage, monitor, and modify images. Panels give us access to all sorts of commands and options, and there are different panels for different tasks. The most important panel is the Layer panel. It is where we add, delete, and work with layers in our image or document. By default, only a handful of panels are displayed at first, but there are many more panels available to us in Photoshop. To see a complete list of panels, just go under the Window menu in the menu bar, and here you will see all of them listed alphabetically. A check mark next to the panel means it's already open. From this list, you can select any panel to open. For example, if I select Shapes panel, it will open up in the Panels column. See how smooth my workflow will be if I have the tool that I use all the time open right in front of me for quick use. And that's the greatest benefit of having panels. We can also customize these panels depending on which ones we use the most. I have made detailed video on the panels. You can check it out by clicking on the I button or the link in description. If you are done using a panel and want to close it, just click on this double arrow. Okay, the last important element that I want to introduce you to is the search bar. It is located just above the panels column. The search bar lets us quickly find tools and commands in Photoshop. We can also find tutorials on different topics or images from Adobe Stock using the search command. To open it, just click on this search icon. And you can just type anything here. For example, if I type text and select all results, on the top it gives me different text tools and features which I can select and use. And on the bottom, it gives us different helpful tutorials to use the text tools. And that's how you can benefit from the search bar. Alright, that was a quick and general tour of different elements of Photoshop interface. I hope the video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to keep learning. Thank you for watching.